A script in Octave or MATLAB is just a file containing instructions to be executed directly on the command window. To create a script, all you need to do is create a text file, write some instructions, and then save the file using the .m extension. We will now create a very simple script that computes the volume of a cylinder. First, we need to open a new text file. If you have Qt, Octave or MATLAB, you can do that via the editor. You can see the editor button here. If the height is h and the radius is r, the formula that gives the volume of a cylinder is pi times r squared times h. We can compute the volume in our script by using this formula. So, let's define the radius and the height to be 5 and 3 respectively. Now compute the result using the formula and store it in a variable v. Now let's save the file, give it the name cylinder volume. In order to run the script, you need to make sure first that you have added the path to the folder that you have saved your script file. To do so in Octave, you'll need to run the function addPath, each argument being the path in quotation. So let's go back to the terminal and run the function addPath. After doing that, we can run the script by calling its name. In Qt Octave, you can do this directly from the editor. All you need to do is simply press this button. MATLAB also has a similar shortcut. The advantage of writing a script instead of running the code directly on the command line is that you can later edit your code easily. For example, if we want to compute the volume of a cylinder with different dimensions, we can easily update the script file and here let's compute a cylinder of height 6 and radius 2. Save the file and run it. This gives the volume of the new cylinder. Another advantage is that we could also share code more easily with our colleagues. Function files are similar to script files. The biggest difference is that variables in function files are not visible in the command window. Each function has its separate local variables. Let's now define a simple function that performs the same operation as before. It computes the volume of a cylinder. Functions are written in .m files as well. To define a function, you need to start with the keyword function, followed by a single variable or a vector of variables in square brackets. This will store the output, followed by the equal sign, followed by the name of the function, and the parameter list in parentheses. This function will compute the volume of a cylinder by using the previous formula and store it in the output variable v. We now need to save the function in a file using the same name as the function, volume. To run a function, you need to call the name with a set of arguments. If you specify a return variable, the function will return its output to this variable. Otherwise, the output is stored in variable ans. It is advisable that you use lots of comments in .m files. Comments should be placed in the beginning of every .m file to describe what the file, script or function does. MATLAB has a special feature to show you the first command line of a .m file as a quick description of what it does. Additionally, comments should accompany all your variables and all the instructions that, in your opinion, need further explanation in order to make the code more readable. Don't forget to use a semicolon after assignment statements in order to suppress the output.